This next bout is a middleweight bout fought over three 3-minute rounds. Introducing firstly, fighting out the red corner, representing our gym, Henrik Lee. And his opponent fighting out the blue corner, representing Scorpion MMA, Callum Roberts.
Back here at BCMMA 13, it's our fourth bout of the evening in the middleweight division. Henrik Lee in the red shorts, 1-1 as an amateur mixed martial artist. He's taking on Callum Roberts in the black with green trim. Referee Harry Selby gets this one underway. Brad Wharton and Josh Palmer calling the action for you here tonight, live from Colchester, Essex.
Charging forward with an early punch is Roberts. Tangling in the clinch here as Lee looks to create some space.
Lee with the clear advantage in the facial hair stakes, Josh. Tremendous beard on the man from Volhol Gym.
Good low kick from Lee. Starting to fire the jab out. He knows that Roberts is going to look to surge forward here.
Winging some big punches in there was Lee. Going for the body shots against the cage, but Callum Roberts answering him right back with some nice low kicks. Lacking a little bit of accuracy on the punches with Roberts there.
Lee seeming very disciplined at the moment, has a game plan, looks like he knows what he wants to do. Again, framing well. Really trying to push his man off. Good knees on the inside. Roberts has got to commit to something here. He's in a bit of a halfway house, not really going for the legs, but not tying up the head either. Good head position from Henrik Lee.
Nice knee to the midsection from Lee. He does class himself as a kickboxer, has a kickboxing background, and we've seen him work well with the short strikes in the clinch so far. Looking for a takedown now, though.
Yeah, good double. Turned his man off the cage, though. Immediately moving to mount. See if he can stabilize himself here. Looking to climb high up on the chest.
Looking to grab the head of Callum Roberts, just make things a little bit uncomfortable for him. Trying to set up some strikes here is Henrik Lee.
Yeah, some good short shots would help, but forearm on the face here as he looks to pin and punch, perhaps. Roberts has got to get some sort of hip movement in. He seems to be staving off the punches by framing on the arms, but no hip movement whatsoever from the man from Scorpion MMA.
Got to be careful of the armbar here, Josh.
Yeah, simple armbar setup, looking, wow, just a little bit too slow to get the weight back on the chest, just eased up a little bit too much, and Roberts has popped back up to the feet. But I think Henrik Lee should definitely take some support from the fact that Roberts really couldn't do a whole lot with him when they were on the ground.
Pressing his man up against the cage now is Henrik Lee. Trying to create that frame again, Josh.
Definitely seems the bigger of the two fighters here, looking for that guillotine.
Couple of big right hands winged at his man as he tried to break there. Final few seconds of the first round. Lee going to work in close again, Josh.
Yeah, really grinding and slugging this one out. I do really like his head pressure when he pushes his man back up against the cage. He just puts that forehead straight in their jaw and says, you're going to go where I want you to go.
And referee Harry Selby just giving a little warning there to Callum Roberts about the holding of the shorts as the fighters take instructions for the second of 3 3-minute rounds.
I think that round very clearly going the way of Henrik Lee from Valhalla Gym. Callum Roberts, you know, he landed a couple of shots in a few wild exchanges, but for the most part he was on the receiving end of some good knees, a couple of big punches up top, and some good clinch work, and ultimately a very good ground position from Lee.
And we'll take this time to thank our sponsors here at BCMMA 13. Big Cars, our main sponsor this evening. You can find them on Facebook or online at www.big-cars.co.uk. We'd also like to thank Sidekick, our equipment sponsor here this evening. Referee Harry Selby gets this one back underway. Henrik Lee, Callum Roberts, round 2 here at BCMMA 13.
Lee looking for a big hook with the left hand. Again, Roberts surging forward like we saw him do at the start of the first.
Stiff, straight shots from Roberts to start things off, but Lee still looking the more disciplined of the two on the feet.
Yeah, Lee's very good at getting that forearm in to stop any kind of distance and dictate his range. Easy double for him again. See if he looks to move to mount. You can see the inexperience from Roberts as he's clasping around the head here. Not moving his hips, not framing, not getting on his side. Simple mount for Henrik Lee.
And the story of this fight so far, Josh, really has been that Henrik Lee has been able to put the fight exactly where he wants it, when he wants it. And he's doing that now. Yeah, looking to land some ground and pound with a little more substance here is Lee.
That's it. Let's see if he looks to use the punches a bit more in this position, having gone for the armbar once and given up the mount.
He's got one arm pinned with his left knee. Roberts turns, gives up his back.
Yeah, both hooks in. Should be getting flattened out now. Lee needs to rein in some shots, but he also needs to get underneath those armpits just to make sure he doesn't get too high and fall off the top here. And you can see as soon as Roberts goes flat to the canvas, this will be over.
And the referee taking a close look at this one. Unanswered shots here.
I mean, they're not huge shots, but they are building up. Well,
there has to be a point that enough is enough. Harry Selby looking for Roberts to do something here. He has been able to turn onto his back, momentarily stopping the onslaught from Lee.
He was so stretched out in that position, and it was good work from him to get to this position, but this is when you can't stop. You have to keep scrambling. You have to keep moving. The thing that stops your opponent having the base to punch you is you moving.
And Roberts able to take top position there. Henrik Lee just getting a bit lax with his control from the mount and ends up on his back.
Yeah, let's see what Lee looks to do here. Lazy triangle attempt. You can see he's trying to just get inside control so he can move that arm out of the way. See him framing on the bicep there, looking to clear the right arm of Roberts so that left leg can come all the way over the top. Goes the other side now.
Roberts going to have to be careful here, Josh. Lee looking to snake those legs
well,
up.
He's got to get his head up. You see how he's just bent over with his head lower than his hips. Not great posture from Roberts as Lee pops back to the feet.
He tried to catch Lee on his way up. I believe we're missing a mouthpiece. Referee Harry Selby just halting the action while Roberts gets that mouthpiece back in. Brief respite there for both these young men.
I think Lee has got to be taking a lot of confidence from this match so far, but he's had a lot of opportunities to finish this one.
And it was a nice right hand from Callum Roberts to close the round there. 2 frames down though,
Roberts
and Henrik Lee really is coasting at this point, Josh.
Yeah, Roberts just shaking his head as his corner team come into the cage. Clearly he knows that right now this isn't really going the way he would like. Again, we saw good top control from Henrik Lee. Much better with the punches this time instead of the submission attempts.
As we saw in our previous fight, Josh, everything can turn around in the space of a couple of seconds. But Callum Roberts is going to need something big in this 3rd round. He's not going to take this on the scorecards in any way, shape or form.
Yeah, Lee just giving a thumb up to his coaches, saying understand what's going to happen in this round. The momentum very firmly with him. I think press up against the cage, look for that double leg again. Another good period of time on top in the grappling would certainly help him greatly.
Nice stiff shot again to start the 3rd round off from Roberts. Lee, though, immediately taking control of the head, controlling his man's posture, and able to move him around the cage. Roberts breaks, though.
Yeah, Roberts swinging wildly now. Again, looking to come forward. Gonna walk into the frame of Lee once more, pushes him back up against the cage.
Well, Roberts really doesn't have anything to lose at this point, Josh. May as well go all in with those big punches. He's got to finish the fight if he wants his hand raised.
Yeah, some deep breaths from Lee as he looks for a high underhook. And again, opting to create the space and strike on the break.
Nice right hand from Roberts. He's landed a couple of those now in this fight. Nothing yet with the power to put Lee away, though.
I'm surprised that Lee hasn't looked to take this one to the mat once more. He's got good double unders now. He has got to watch his neck, though. Roberts has got a deep bite with his left wrist.
Henrik Lee escapes, though. And he's looking to walk his man back into the cage. Deep breaths from both these fighters now, Josh. And again with the right hand is Roberts.
Yeah, this is
Lee looking to tie things up.
It's interesting to see what Lee's game plan is in this round, because, well, I was going to say that the one bit of this fight that Roberts has had some success in is standing up, and there we go, Lee deciding on the ground he might be better off here.
Lee just having to watch that neck, should be okay there.
It's going to be very tough to finish from this half guard position. And all Lee really has to do is sit this weight down, look for that head and arm control.
Referee Harry Selby asking for a bit of action there. We do tend to see the action called for a little bit quicker with the amateurs due to the short rounds, and Henrik Lee certainly obliging here, passing into mount. Can he affect a finish here in the closing stages of this amateur middleweight contest?
Another very easy pass to mount for him, again getting really high on the chest, something he's done once in each of the 3 rounds here.
Roberts doing what he can to stop the ground and pound.
I mean, he has no reason to rush whatsoever here. Now he looks for the armbar.
Looking to secure position before cranking back on that arm is Lee. He's got it stretched out, and there's the submission. One-way traffic for Henrik Lee, and he manages to get the finish late in the 3rd round there, Josh.
Yeah, it was nice work from him. Once he decided to go for the armbar, he climbed his leg so high that he didn't have to pivot too far to isolate that elbow. And what I really liked there for the finish was the hammer fist to open the grip up. No messing about, trying to break it in any crafty manner. Punches to the face, getting the job done very nicely.
Okay, both fights to the centre of the cage, please. And your winner after 2 minutes, 47 seconds of our third round via armbar,